Hi everyone, how's it going? It's Jacqueline. Welcome to my channel, Universal Intuition. I hope everyone is doing very, very well. I'm gonna wait for a few seconds. Let's see who's gonna be here. I'm not gonna be doing a daily reading or weekly reading for all of the signs. This is not that. This is going to be just a very quick holiday message. I wanted to oh, there y'all are. Hi everyone. So yeah, I wanted to just jump on very quickly and just, talk about the holiday season and say that it's a really beautiful, wonderful time of year. I think that the holidays are super fun. I love celebrating the holidays. And if you don't celebrate Christmas or any type of holiday, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, if you don't celebrate any of that, that's fine too. It's just this time of year is very sensitive for a lot of people, and I've been picking up on those energies and just felt compelled to jump on and just say a quick message of just be very mindful of the people around you, of your friends, of your family members, coworkers, the person at the checkout line, your waiter or waitress. Especially, oh my gosh, I spent so many years in retail, especially if you're in retail. Oh my God, please be nice to those people. They're working extra hours, extra long, and just be very nice. So basically my message here is to just remind everybody that and it's just that old saying, it should go without saying, but I feel like sometimes we get caught up in our own lives of what's going on, and kind of forget these little simple things to just be kind. I did an unboxing earlier with Spiritual Goodies. It's a subscription company that I collaborate with, and I love them very much. And the theme for November was about being kind, and it really just struck home with me that it really doesn't take much to be kind to somebody. Even if you're not in the best mood, if you've had a crappy day at work or crappy day with your partner or whatever, it doesn't mean that you need to go out and take thank you, Jennifer. It doesn't mean that you need to go out there and take that out on anybody else, right? And that should be a given, but sometimes we just get caught up in our own thoughts and our own little world, that sometimes we're projecting that negativity out there to other people when they don't deserve it, especially strangers who are going through a hard time. So keep that in mind. I know that being in the holiday season, I love it. It's super fun, but there are so many people that are struggling. There's so many people. Thank y'all are so sweet. Lacey, thank you for your comment. There's so many people out there that are missing people. There's people that are spending this is their first holiday season without a loved one, without a parent, without a grandparent, without someone may have lost their job. Someone could be struggling financially. Someone could be, you never know what someone else is going through. So really choosing to be kind to other people, I feel like is very extremely important right now. Easier said than done. I know it's always not the easiest thing to do, but I definitely feel like it needed to be said. It's a little gentle reminder from me to you guys. If you can help extend that, it'd be really important. Myself personally, for example, this will be my fourth Christmas, my fourth holiday season without my dad, and I miss him terribly. So I understand people who go through that pain of not having someone special in their life. Thank you, Marie. Happy holidays to you all. And so it's very difficult, and I know people that have lost parents more recently, or spouses, or siblings, or whatever, And even if those people aren't in spirit, haven't passed on, there's families that are not in union. There's partners that are not in union. There's people that we miss and cherish, and so you just don't know what pain someone else is going through. So again, this is just a gentle reminder to please keep in mind, to be kind, and if you're going through something, to please not project that on anybody else, that sort of thing. I hope that makes sense. I do feel like might pull an oracle card here in a second. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say. And that just really, really struck home with me, that like being kind, being nice to everybody. And I'm not saying you just be like, hey, like just sunshine and rainbows to everybody. Like, that's not what I mean. You know, be however you need to be, but just don't, if like, again, if you're not having the best day, you don't need to go out there and be crappy to the person at the checkout line or your waiter or waitress, because they're working too. They're going through something too, right? We just never really know what's going on there. So I did get a new deck. So let's pull a card. Let's see what the collective needs right now. This is called the Divine Energy Oracle. This is like the little booklet for it. And this is like a beautiful oracle deck. So let's see. I hope y'all are all having a lovely, lovely day. All right, Spirit, what message do we have for the collective at this time? Spirit, what message do we have for the collective at this time? 3 more shuffles. Thank you. I know it's a simple message and we hear this all the time, but it's because it's important, right? It is very, very important, okay? Any specific reason why I tap on my deck? You just tap out that negative energy. You just tap it out. It's also just like noting to your angels and guides, or my angels and guides, hey, drawing attention to what I'm doing and then just knocking out any negativity. Okay, bottom of the deck here real quick before I shuffle a card out. It says admit your vulnerabilities. And I feel like that really is resonating right now with the collective, that a lot of us are in a very vulnerable state, whether again that's something that you are feeling emotionally vulnerable, or if you're feeling, vulnerable in whatever way, it's okay to admit that. And even it's okay, Lisa. Yeah, I feel like not a lot of people got the notification, but that's okay, because this video will go up on the channel. But admitting your vulnerabilities is, as I'm hearing, like step one, and then look at that, have faith is right behind there. So it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to open up, it's okay to admit those things to yourself, and admit those things to people that need to hear it. You know what I mean? If you feel vulnerable and feel like you need to share that with someone that you love and trust and care about, it's okay to do so. Okay, so let's get a message. Oh, we got 2. I don't know why I'm singing today. I love that. Imagine solutions at the bottom. There's strength in being vulnerable. Exactly, Lisa. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, y'all. Holiday season. It's going to get real. So the first one that came out is address your addictions. And rightfully so. We got say no that came out with that. Address your addictions and say no. This is a very crystal clear message to me that, there are so many of us, and again, with the vulnerability, and addiction is a place where we can be very vulnerable, that we're addicted to something. It doesn't have to be a substance like drugs or alcohol. It can be. It can be smoking cigarettes. It can be whatever. An addiction can also be a person, being codependent in a relationship, being codependent on friends or family members. I need you to show up in a certain way. I need you to text me back at this time. I need. We're going to remove that energy, and we're going to, Lisa, it's just really about looking at your addictions and addressing them. There's no overnight solution here, but it's okay to say no to certain things. It's okay to say no. Okay, I feel like I want to read really quick, and I love this at the bottom of the deck here is imagine solutions. You're right. So imagining your solutions for the problem. It's like when we're going through a hard time, I know when you're in that hole, when you're in that dark space of whatever challenge or challenges you're going through, sometimes it can be very difficult to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? And so I feel like with that being said, if you can at all shift the energy and shift the vibration from what you're going through with something as simple as turning on your favorite band or your favorite song and listening. Like, I feel like music is so therapeutic and necessary sometimes to help lift our energy and lift our spirits, and therefore lift our energy, so that way we can start to change the negative thinking into positive thinking, and imagine these, not just solutions, imagine positive solutions, okay? This is about imagining positive solutions, okay? When you're not sure how something's gonna work out, how am I gonna get out of this? How am I gonna fix this situation? Start with imagining the best outcome possible, okay? Imagine the best possible solution to your problem, okay? And put that intention out there, you know, into the universe, okay? So I'm gonna switch these. I wanna look at address your addictions first and read to see if there's anything that we can kind of add on to this message. 1 second. Hold, please. Address your addictions. Where are you? Page 58. Okay. Address your addictions. Here we go. It is time to acknowledge the addictive patterns and behaviors that are stealing your light. Is it alcohol, drugs, food, shopping, overspending, overworking, gambling, worrying, gossiping? We're going to talk about that in a second. Gossiping. Those are all addictions, y'all. What about an addiction to negative emotions such as misery, disappointment, fear, and victimization? Your divine energy is calling you to address your addictions so that you can live as free and unlimited spiritual being once again. We are all prey to addictive, negative behaviors, but the price we pay to leave them unchecked is the loss of peace in our spirit and loss of authentic connection with others. Okay, your divine invitation. Wake up from denial and identify your addictions. I'm going to say that again. Wake up from denial and identify your addictions. They're robbing you of your creativity, connection, and peace, and must be conquered now. Your soul is asking you to enter the discomfort that comes with breaking free of these undoing behaviors in order to live in a more conscious, creative state of being. Pray for the universe to help you, and then seek and accept help in every way possible. That needs to be said again. Pray to the universe or your angels or guides or God, whatever. Pray to the universe to help you, and then seek and accept help in every way possible. You can either live in the joy of your unlimited creative power, or you can languish in addiction, but you can't do both. Let's read that again. You can either live in the joy of your unlimited creative power, or you can languish in the addiction, but you can't do both, okay? So that's a very, very, very big message right there. And again, I'm not saying, hey, you need to quit smoking or whatever overnight. It does not work like that, okay? Maybe for some of you, cold turkey. I quit cigarettes pretty much cold turkey. So, but that's not everyone, you know, that's not for everyone. So this is just, again, about admitting it, you know, addressing what's going on and really just taking a look at it. It's almost like I'm seeing a magnifying glass. Let's look into it, okay? And then let's read more about, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I'm not doing individual signs today. This is just a collective, holiday healing message for everybody, okay? And addictions and saying no are really, really big. They're really big right now and coming up. So let's look at the say no and go a little bit deeper and see if there's anything else. I'm really glad that I actually read that because Because there was a lot more there. There was a lot more there. That's very good. Okay, let's look at say no. 32. Blue Gotti, I'm not doing individual signs. I'm not doing any of the individual signs right now, y'all. I might do that again tomorrow, but that's not what this is about today. All right, so let's look at saying no. Okay, let's read this. Are you seeking respect or waiting for some form of acknowledgement that is not forthcoming? Are you allowing yourself to be pushed past your limits? Are you allowing yourself to be pushed past your limits? That was really big. It is time to resume authority over your life as a divine being. This comes with setting clear limitations and learning to say no when appropriate. Difficulties will be greatly alleviated by comfortably setting your limits. Your divine energy is calling you to become the true authority in your life by establishing clear and healthy boundaries. It is up to you to know what does and does not work for you and respect this. Know your limits and express them before they are bypassed. You must communicate these limits in a calm but clear, loving way. Okay, your divine invitation. Respect your limits and communicate them in a loving, consistent way. Be willing to speak up to others and establish limits when necessary. Be unpopular if you must in order to maintain your soul's integrity. That's really big right there. What is this notification? Sorry. That's really big right there. I want to read that again. Be unpopular if you must in order to maintain your soul's integrity. I go through that all the time. I feel like people sometimes are just falling out of my life because of that thing right there. Because why? I'm going to pull a Pisces thing and say, we're always saying yes. We're always doing things for other people. Even when we're literally dead and drained, a Pisces will still say yes, right? And I just feel like that right there, like this is definitely something for me where I need to speak up and say no more often when it's appropriate, right? And even if it's unpopular, even if people don't like that, you know what I mean? Yes, Pisces, very self-sacrificing, but you know what? It's time to change that radio station. It's time to change that tune, okay? And this is not just for Pisces. I'm just saying that was something for me, but we're reading for the collective, so this is also a collective message. Let me see what else it says. Learning to say no takes practice and you'll fumble sometimes. Absolutely. To begin, ask yourself how saying no serves you presently, then respect this. So I love those cards that came out. They seem a little intense, but I feel like it was definitely super, super needed. It's okay to say no. It's okay to not give all of the time. It's totally okay. Especially if you're someone, like I'm saying, like myself, like a Pisces or so many other signs. It doesn't even matter about the signs. There's just some of us out there that just are givers, and we give and we give, and we don't want to see our friends and our family members or anyone else hurt or suffer. We want to be of service. We want to help. Absolutely, right? But there's at some point where you have to draw that boundary and say no. And when you're the person that's always there helping other people, when the same people keep coming and knocking on your door for help and you actually say no, guess what? They're not going to like it. They're not going to like it. And it's going to be that unpopular opinion. And people are going to be like, oh, they're being a you-know-what. Well, screw them. They don't know what else that you're going through. You know what I mean? So again, kind of drawing the energy back to the beginning part of this message, why I really got on here in the first place, was to be kind to everybody, because you don't know what else someone else is going through. You know what I mean? Yeah, boundary work, absolutely. This has been coming up a lot in my personal life and for other people that I know. So it's okay to set healthy boundaries. It doesn't mean that you can't, enjoy certain things and be a part of certain groups or partners or activities or whatever that means to you, but you need to also nurture and take care of yourself. If you are around or watch my channel often, you know that I'm a huge cheerleader and fan and person of self-love, and it is so It can be so difficult to do that sometimes, okay? So if we all can just learn to love ourselves a little bit more and spread love and cheer and be kind to everybody else, even when sometimes it may feel difficult. Again, I'm not saying be a pushover. Find that healthy balance, find that healthy medium, but it is possible. It is possible to do so. And I think that it's going to make a huge difference. I remember a couple weeks ago, I was out to eat somewhere, and the waiter I had, he was like kind of crappy. Like, not the food was bad, but he just was like you could tell he was in a bad mood. And I said something towards the end of the meal, and the person I was with was just like really not okay with that service, and I wasn't either. But I said, you know, at the end I was like, hey, like, I really hope you have a good evening. And I said, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I was like, I complimented this person on something, like I think he had like some cool, like a bracelet or glasses. Like, he had an accessory that I really liked. And so I was like, it doesn't take much for me to say it. And I was like, hey man, I really like those glasses, or I really like that bracelet, or whatever it was that I liked about him or what he was wearing. And he just stopped and was like, you know what, that really is really sweet. I've had a really crappy day. And he had found out some bad news or some not good news about a family member, like, was ill, or I can't remember exactly, but he just got some really bad news that day. And so it just, it really like shook his day up, and he was having a hard time being at work and also dealing with this unfortunate news about his family member or whatever was going on. So I know that was kind of a long-winded story to basically say it didn't take almost anything for me to just say, hey, I really like this about you. And that literally put a smile on his face. And it just, that little shift, that's what it's about. That little shift of doing something nice, I think really did something good for him. So let's keep that going. Let's all be nice to one another. Let's all be sweet to one another. It's the holiday season. It's hectic for everybody. Everyone's missing someone. I'm definitely missing my sweet dad. So that's all I wanted to say. Sending out lots of love as always. I uploaded today Pisces and Libra, and so we'll get the rest cranking the rest of this week for your December reading, so stay tuned. Thank you always for your patience. Lots of love. See y'all soon.